orders are to drive the heretics from a designated sector of Throneside. There is an old Aegis station in Enclavum Barros. We take it as our beachhead and hold for reinforcements. Interrogator Rannick entrusted me with this mission. I speak with his voice as he speaks with Grendel's. Do not forget that.
Starting to get into the nicer parts, are we? About carking time.
This is but an echo of Tertium's former greatness, frittered away by callow men. I pray that our labors will restore the glories of old. No quarter to the heretics. No mercy for those who have turned from the Emperor's light.
Greater debt!
Enclavum Barros lies yonder. We must lower the bridge to Britain.
If it's more complicated than pulling a lever, we might be in trouble.
The mechanism's power has ebbed. Restore it to life.
Five one!
Judgment cannot be stopped!
You have restored power and purpose. Exemplary.
Your attention, Glove-Runner!
Your path is clear. March on in the Emperor's name. Onwards for the Emperor! For Atoma!
For the Emperor!
Think of anything I'd rather be doing. Always.
Incipient desertion. Mandated edict. Merciless sanction. Stop that!
My thanks!
Riga Consora was the greatest hero Tertium ever knew. He will return in spirit.
Yes!
Behold the bridge of many martyrs. It is still glorious.
What is anything very neat?
Now secure this place in Saint Messalina's name.
Signal beacon, lit!
Hold your ground. No mercy. I am here to take you, as always.
You cannot die here.
Purge the battle gun. Let hatred be your guide.
I am alone in advice.
I almost felt proud for a moment. Time to come home.
Another acceptable outcome. I'm starting to think I'm being set up as some kind of terrible joke. However, with the Aegis station back in the Mobian 21st hands, we can look at expanding our efforts in Throneside. I trust that my protege was both commanding and discreet. I jest, of course. I see everything. Never forget that. It's good to have reliable underlings, I find. Do bear that in mind. I have high hopes for Hestia, and for you, the Emperor protects.
All signs point to the Mobians not working alone in this little disaster. They've got help on the inside. Fortunately, the shifting battlefronts have opened up access to Archivum Sycorax. Once you're in the deep archives, your servo skull will help you dig up the dirt. She's a handy lass.
And who decided that this was the best line of approach?
It could be worse. I could be down there with you.
The heretic and the heathen seem no better than to walk these streets.
Head straight for Archivum Sycorax. Let's get this done.
Another suicide mission just for us.
You're a bum walk. Well, Mason didn't get lost. If you can clear the fence upstairs, you can get inside. Find out for the alarm.
My gratitude.
Station! Rachel! yourself and my hound.
How lonely your life must be.
Press on through the cogitator, or keep your eyes up.
Kill that top flavor! No shunting! I am watching each one of you!
Thanks for helping me out of that scrape with Brunt.
I did no such thing.
Oh, come on. He said a plate face had a word. An angry one. Answered to your description.
It was a strictly one-time intervention. Do not presume upon it.
The Lex is the Lex!
Lord!
At last, they reached the deep archive. Better late than never.
Done a bit. Think you better growing on me. Not like that focus under a factory fight. I am glad to fight at your side. Do you remember your family, Central?
I have no family, no kin but the Lex.
And I none but the faithful.
Such is how it should be.
Time to take your servo skull off her lease and find that data.
Curse silence!
Begin awakening. Processing instructions. As extracted.
That's it! Plenty for Rannick to pick over there. Time to come up.
I don't know any more than you do about this supposed traitor, but you've made war for an unhappy man all over again, and that's good enough for me. You're starting to make yourself a bit of a reputation. Rannick almost did that thing that looks a bit like a smile. Only for a bit, mind, and he went straight back to staring at his data slate. He's been doing that a lot lately. Could be something, could be nothing. But I'd keep your head down if I were you. You'll thank me later.
I don't imagine you're expecting me, my darlings. But let's make some trouble, shall we? The Merbian sick, scruffy-looking ruffians they are paying off their sympathizers. Brendel's spies say it's a haul of prismata crystals, and I want them. Hot foot it to the meeting point, acquire the crystals, and we'll be best mates. You want that?
Oh, get an eyeful of this place. Better you than me, but
I cannot believe it. Treachery aboard Grendel's chosen vessel.
anyone else feel a yawn building? Or maybe a murderous rage?
You can defy me, but what about Grendel?
You just pop along and tell him then. The rest of you, make for the maintenance siding.
Stick together! Stay sharp! This looks like a suitable crossing point.
Great! I thought you were on telling tales.
I merely seek to advise. That tank looks abandoned. Never would have happened in my day.
Is that right? Where do you serve? Logistics? Or the ablative armor?
They are coming! Keep them clear!
First the siding, then the transit hub, then profit. At least, that's the plan. Keep on like that, yeah? Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Looks like smooth sailing from here. That's it. Hit the gate release and let's get back to it.
Keep watch for us, whenever she is! Separator!
Dear, oh dear. Hope you've got better to give than what I've seen so far. That's right. Straight on through the depot. You can manage that, I'm sure.
There is no such thing as a disproportionate section.
Such is the Emperor's adamant will. And never more than you are beside me.
Public purgatory. Mandated edict. 3 solar years on starvation rations.
I hope you're not going to disappoint me. I don't like being disappointed. You know, now, I shan't take it personally if you want to shove off and have a nice little nap somewhere.
In my my day, we had a lot more respect for our elders. When we didn't, we at least put effort into our insults.
Weapon are dropped. Serve the legs. There is no higher calling.
The usual apologia for brutality. It gets tired after a while.
You likely to stop stinking up this box channel anytime soon, Mel?
Oh, we don't need to be at loggerheads. Especially
You want a car?
nothing you'll miss. I have commitments.
There's the price. I never doubted you. Well, maybe a little.
I assume you do have a plan for getting it and them back out.
Ignore him, my love. Get the ascension rider moving. That'll get you clear.
Ammo crate!
This could certainly have gone far worse. I fear you'll have to cleanse the infestation to proceed.
You ugly little sprout, will it? Hit the switch and get moving.
Recount, mate!
Waiting for applause? You'll be waiting a long time.
Trapping you!
The blast gates are route out. If I were you, I'd find out why it's not opening.
Aha! Here we are. Please don't leave the payoff behind. A pleasure working with you, Lady Alice.
The pleasure's all yours.
Mandated edict!
I confess that I'm somewhat conflicted. I know that Morrow gave you one of his little warnings about loyalty, betrayal, and woeful inevitable consequences, but still you decided to swan around like a pirate at this Hallowite woman's request. Melk I'll deal with later, but make no mistake, you work for me, not the Commodore, not the ship mistress, not Hadron, not Swagger, not even Morrow. Me. I do hope our working relationship isn't going to end with me manfully refusing to shed a tear over your executed corpse. The Emperor protects.
You're playing courier. We've got an encrypted report that's transmitting to a listening station up in the Big Black. It can't be sent from the Morning Star, so we need an alternate method. A ground-side complex dish. Said dish is on top of Archivum Sycorax, deep in contested territory. So at least you'll not be bored.
Courier duty is beneath me. This is a waste of my skills.
Try to make the best of it. I'm sure you'll be fine.
This is a death zone now!
Head for the Skylink Bridge. From there, you can head to the Archivum.
When the fighting starts, get stuck in. Understand? I can think of no greater honor for my off-world associates than to be deployed in defense of the sector's most magnificent settlement.
Only the legs restore it to greatness.
So it's been done. You find the elevator and then cross the room.
Salutations. Hadron online. Data inbound. Continue. Defend. Elevator access denied. Only joking. Your crypt key has access.
Get your worthless eyes into the elevator.
If you cease to be of use, I will let you drop.
It is dutiful to ensure continued value of one's lifemates.
There's a Skyfire battery on the roof, but shorting that breaker will shut it down. Those missions can't begin until you get that digitalized. Break out the data interrogators.
Interrogator status inoperative. Remedy reboot.
signal's away and our report with it. I don't know who it's for. Rannick's playing things even closer than normal right now. I reckon he's taking Zola's moment of initiative harder than he pretends. He's not one to trust easily, so even small betrayals cut deep. That's what comes from overthinking things. Still, at least Zola's still breathing. Doesn't always end that way with Rannick. But the war goes on and we're playing our part. That's what soldiers do. So hold your heads high until I call for you again, yeah?
You've done what more generous men might call commendable work in following the trail of the blighted Stims. The next step awaits. You're returning to the carnival, to the district surrounding the Cathedral of Messalina Vengeance, though whatever holiness once touched this area has long departed. I've analyzed the data, and it would appear that the Cathedral is in fact the next link in this squalid little chain. Proceed there at best speed, taking care not to die before strictly necessary.
I still don't like this, Interrogator. It feels like we're walking into a trap.
And you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Have no fear, preparation will out.
The air's thick with signals. The hostage decoder's struggling to get a fix.
Have patience, Augustine. Hadron takes pride in her work, and for good reason.
If only she were here to operate it. I'm no tech adept.
The flies speak to us of interlopers, of one bearing the all-seeing eye.
My soldiers will stop them.
So hast thou said many times. Life. A failure thou art, Captain.
Who was that? What was that?
I don't know. It would appear that Alpha has a master.
Was that ever in doubt?
No, but that they have remained hidden until now raises questions. We face here. Empty the garrisons. Drunk, dying, or able. I want everybody in the streets now.
Thou art losing control of thyself and of the situation.
Attend your right, Christian, and leave the business of war to me.
I told you the Wolfer was the key to all this. You didn't listen.
Now is not a good time to indulge your obsessions, Augustine.
You said that before. If you hadn't, things might be different.
Might have been, they're of little use now.
They are getting too close to the cathedral.
No more whining. I have something special prepared.
We hope it is more impressive than thy other promises.
Weapons up! Cover!
An ambush. Well, the Emperor protects.
You're cornered. Take defensive positions and trust to the Emperor.
That's the spirit. Do or die.
You're impossible.
Grandfather is watching. The grandfather is...
This isn't over yet.
We hope that it is so, for thy sake.
Please, this is not lost. Not yet.
So thou sayest, we watch us in impress. We tire of this. Send forth the grandfather's chosen servant.
At last, progress.
No one
robbed of significance.
You weren't to know.
Yes, I was. It's my job to know.
Too little was the effort mustered too late.
I can still win this.
Strike team, steel yourselves for whatever you're about to find. Whatever it is the heretics are attempting, it must be stopped. Prove yourself worthy of Explicator Zola's trust and my indulgence. End it.
Let us now, Captain.
The sons are done fighting.
What in Throne's name are they attempting?
Whatever the cult intends, those stims are clearly part of it. Strike team, silence please, now.
Submit!
You're through! Keep fighting!
All units, stop the intruders, or I'll sting you all.
Press the advantage! Now for the next! The stim types are vulnerable! Smash them!
That would seem to be that. We can consider this a good day's work.
Yes, but what were the admonitions doing here?
You can be certain that I will find out. Today was a call to renew our system.
Let them wallow in victory. Admonition only.
Were I a man to deliver thanks or hearty congratulations, I'd offer both. Once again, you had to fend for yourselves on a mission gone awry, and performed with gusto. Not only did you put an end to the ritual, but we also have a name to put to our pains. Admonition. Their motives and goals may remain opaque for the moment, but names hold power. For the record, I'm still not going to trouble myself to learn yours. However, you may consider me gravely impressed. You can be sure I'll find work for you again.